Emmerdale remembers tragic triple death plot, 1 year on from huge storyline. Emmerdale spoilers follow from Monday's episode, which is available to watch now on ITVX and YouTube, but hasn't yet aired on ITV1. Emmerdale airs a throwback to the limo crash storyline tonight, as the show revisits Matty Barton's grief for his late wife Amy. This week marks 1 year since the ITV soap aired the spectacular stunt storyline, which led to the deaths of Amy, Suzy Merton, and Leyla Harding. In tonight's episode, a mournful Matty looks through old photos of Amy, but is interrupted by his grumpy stepdad, Cain Dingle. This sparks a tense exchange, as emotions are running high at Butler's farm following Moira's imprisonment, and Joe Tate's sly attempts to take full control of the business. Cain is also keeping quiet about the challenges he's soon to face following his prostate cancer diagnosis, which only Sarah Sugden and Liam Kavanagh know about so far. "We're all run ragged here," Cain reminds Matty. "I've got little man Tate trying to get your mum's half of the farm off us, you know. I could just do without your moods. Do you know what I mean?" Emmerdale reveals one fatal flaw in Beowulf's plan in early ITVX episode. Matty replies, "I might not be my usual cheeky chappy self right now, but I've got a mum in prison, and it was a year ago this week that I lost Amy. Just give me a break, yeah?" Later, Cain visits Moira in jail and updates her on how Amy's son Kyle is coping with the anniversary. Moira's dismayed to realise that she forgot all about the sad occasion, as she's so distracted by her own problems. With everything else going on, can Cain step up for the family members who need him? Emmerdale star Lisa Riley confirms future on show after I'm a Celeb. The limo crash disaster was one of Emmerdale's biggest ever stunts, exploring a shock tragedy that unfolded when a group of the village's ladies headed off for a glamorous night out and their party vehicle crashed onto an icy lake. Natalie Ann Jamieson, who played Amy, later reflected on her exit from Emmerdale when her character's funeral aired a month later. "I will never quite have the words to sum up what the last 6 years in Emmerdale has felt like, and what it all means to me. But let me try and say a little something," Natalie said last March. "I have had hundreds of messages from people over the past couple of weeks to say how much they loved. What a position to be in. To die and hear everyone's words of praise. Haha. I'm incredibly fortunate and really grateful to all of you who have messaged." Emmerdale star reveals new direction 1 year after dramatic show exit. Emmerdale's Paula Lane has been reflecting on how much her life has changed since leaving the ITV soap. The actress, who also played Kylie Platt in Coronation Street, joined the cast of the Yorkshire-based show in 2024 as Ella Forster. The character was initially introduced to us when Matty Dingle and Paddy Kirk attended a vet gala. Ella stood up to her horrible boss that evening, and Mandy immediately knew they needed to be friends. When Ella arrived in the village, she started a job as the receptionist at the local surgery. It then became apparent she liked Dr. Liam Kavanagh. They started seeing each other, but Liam's feelings for Chas Dingle lingered throughout their relationship journey, which ultimately resulted in it ending. During the period Liam was seeing Ella, though, we also discovered quite a huge secret about her past. It was confirmed that Ella had murdered her best friend when they were children, and she had spent her entire adult life moving from place to place whenever the community discovered the truth about her. Ella left the Dales in 2025 as a result of being. It was a pretty underwhelming exit for Emmerdale fans, as they had grown to really like Ella and felt she deserved an exit better than leaving in the back of a police car. They say as one door closes, another opens, and this couldn't be more true for Paula Lane. After leaving her role as Ella last year, Paula's life has changed a great deal. Taking to Instagram, the star recently reflected on what she's been up to since departing Emmerdale. Sharing a picture of her behind the scenes at the soap, Paula wrote, "A whole year has passed since leaving Emmerdale. So much has happened in that time. Got a maths qualification. Some people thought I was mad, but I went and did it anyway. Still studying Spanish. Continue to watch my business grow and thrive. Had a baby, got the writing bug." She concluded, This is a reminder that you can change direction, try new things, and live your life. All the Emmerdale cast returns, exits, and new arrivals in 2026. There have been plenty of comings and goings in Emmerdale recently, with several more cast changes ahead. Last year, we said farewell to a number of villagers, including Rachel Gill-Davis, who played Gail Lohman. Another departee was Paula Lane's Ella Forster, who left the Dales in the back of a police car after just 15 months on screen. There was also the much-anticipated, who came back to the village following a prison stint. We even saw pop back to the Dales for a brief stint. As 2026 begins, more changes are afoot, so here's the lowdown on who is returning, leaving, and arriving in the ITV soap. 19-year-old Gabrielle Dowling has also left the soap, but she will be back. Recent storylines have included Kathy Hope coming to terms with a PMDD diagnosis, and also dealing with the horrific death of twin brother Heath, played by Gabrielle's brother Sebastian, who passed away following a car accident. Metro understands that the star is just taking a short break and will return down the line. When is Kathy Hope returning to Emmerdale? Currently unknown. 19-year-old Gabrielle Dowling has also left the soap, but she will be back. Recent storylines have included Kathy Hope coming to terms with a PMDD diagnosis and also dealing with the horrific death of twin brother Heath, played by Gabrielle's brother Sebastian, who passed away following a car accident. Metro understands that the star is just taking a short break and will return down the line. When is Kathy Hope returning to Emmerdale? Currently unknown. Mandy Dingle star Lisa Riley made a temporary exit to facilitate her taking part in the recent series of I'm a Celebrity. Mandy departed the village in December to help look after Tina Dingle's children, following the character once again getting into trouble with the law. When will Mandy return? February. Victoria Sugden left the Emmerdale village this week to tie in with Isabel Hodgins' maternity leave. The actress announced on her Instagram today that she has given birth to her first baby, called Georgie Grace. Vic's exit saw her leave for a new life in Portugal. She told Robert Sugden that she would return, though when exactly this will be remains to be seen. When is Victoria returning? Currently unknown. In the episode of Emmerdale that aired before Corriedale, we saw Ray Walter's dead body being dragged across a field. We then saw it in the back of a depot van that was... Towards the end of January, flashback episodes aired that eventually saw us learn that Beowulf killed Ray. Emmerdale airs on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX.